What's up, guys? This is the Gospel according to Mark with a C. He is I and I am he. Just taking some time to tell you what's on my mind. And I want to kick it off once again, as always, by giving thanks. Thank you to everyone who subscribes and hits the notification bell. Everyone who likes, everyone who shares, and definitely everybody who comments. I greatly appreciate you. Now it's getting late, so I'm just going to jump into this article because this is crazy, and I know some of you are going to be talking about it, so I figured I would chime in, okay? So listen, I found this on the HollywoodReporter.com. Yes, the HollywoodReporter.com. And the headline goes a little something like this. Hit it! Star Wars: The Last Jedi, negative buzz amplified by Russian trolls. Study finds. What's that? I said Star Wars: The Last Jedi, negative buzz amplified by Russian trolls. Study finds. That's right. It goes on to say, an academic paper finds that half of the criticism aimed at director Rian Johnson was politically motivated. Did Star Wars: The Last Jedi destroy the franchise and permanently rupture the fandom as its critics, and then in parentheses it says melodramatically, have accused it of doing? According to a new academic paper by researcher Morton Bay, the answer is clearly no. The paper, titled Weaponizing the Haters, The Last Jedi and the Strategic Politicization of Pop Culture Through Social Media Manipulation, examines the online response to 2017's The Last Jedi, a movie that has come to be considered controversial amongst the larger fan base of the franchise. Weaponizing the haters. Okay. Bay suggests that reputation may not be earned. Instead, finds evidence of deliberate, organized political influence measures disguised as fan arguments. As he writes in the paper's abstract, he continues, the likely objective of these measures is increasing media coverage of the fandom conflict, thereby adding to and further propagating a narrative of widespread discord and dysfunction in American society. Persuading voters of this narrative remains a strategic goal for the U.S. alt-right movement as well as the Russian Federation. Ooh, you just said a mouthful, Mr. Bay, professor of bullshit. And it goes on. The paper analyzes in depth the negative online reaction, which is split into three different camps. Those with a political agenda, trolls, and what Bay calls real fantagonists, which he defines as genuine Star Wars fans disappointed in the movie. And of course, he's a judge. His findings are fascinating. Overall, 50.9% of those tweeting negatively about the movie was likely politically motivated or not even human, he writes, noting that not even human, noting that only 21.9% of tweets analyzed about the movie had been negative in the first place. A number of these users appear to be Russian trolls, he writes of the negative tweets. Moreover, he suggests complaints about Lucasfilm's reported politicization of the franchise by many of the disaffected fans says more about the fans than it does Disney or Lucasfilm's treatment of it, of course. Since the political and ethical positions presented in the new films are consistent with older films, it is more likely that the polarization of the Trump era has politicized the fans, he argues. The divisive political discourse of the study period and the months leading up to it has likely primed these fans with a particular type of political messaging that is in direct conflict with the values presented in The Last Jedi. What values are we talking about, Professor Bay? What values? Please be specific with your bullshit, you dumb fuck ya. In response to a tweet announcing the release of the paper, The Last Jedi director Rian Johnson shared the tweet, adding, looking forward to reading it, but what the top line describes is consistent with my online experience. Okay. Looks like that's the end of the article. Guys, I don't even know what to say to this. I'm actually rather speechless. This is really getting bizarre. And listen, for everybody out there who likes The Last Jedi, you do realize what's happening. You do see the psyop that's going on here. you better like The Last Jedi. It's a good thing you do, because you're actually not allowed to, unless you want to run the risk of being called alt-right, terrorist, racist, bigot, sexist, or just all around dumbass. All right, we've been told to go fuck ourselves. I mean, what is going on? What's happening to free thinking? What's happening to free speech? We should all be thinking about this, guys. This is so much deeper than Star Wars at this point. When you see people writing articles or even papers, you know, this guy is supposed to be an intellectual, you understand? And he's reducing the fact that people did not like this movie. He's turning that into something that's anti-American. It goes down party lines at this point. You have to be a Trump supporter. Like, dude, I honestly, I'm flabbergasted. I truly am. But while I'm flabbergasted, I'm just wondering, guys, and this is totally off topic, I guess, in The Last Jedi, I need someone, because I've been wondering this, and I haven't remembered to say this on camera. I need someone to explain to me why on Crate, Kylo Ren did not sense his mother in the bunker. You know, up until then, we are to believe that he thought that she was dead. So I'm just wondering why he didn't recognize her, why there was no moment on screen that showed his reaction to the fact that his mother was still alive. Isn't that something that kind of would have made for more of a riveting storytelling, would you say? You know, it's like we could do this. We could actually point out the plot holes like all day. You know what I mean? But these people in their narrative, man, it's so spooky that this is how they want to shape the story. And I really think there's something bad behind this. You know, the more that the fans are attacked, the more that the viewer is attacked. Because like I said, I think this goes deeper than Star Wars at this point. I think that general audiences going into the future are not going to be allowed, or we're actually being conditioned to not be allowed to voice any opinion other than the one that we're supposed to have. That's what's happening here, guys. And I don't care if you like The Last Jedi. I don't care if you don't like The Last Jedi. You must see where this type of thing is dangerous. Morton Bay, I don't know who you are, but you should be ashamed of yourself. That's not the way we do things in this world. And it's certainly not the way we do things in this country. People have a right to not like a fucking movie without you and anybody else coming with your little accusations, talking about who might be a Russian bot, who might be anti-American, who might be a communist. Is this where we're heading? We need to be thinking about this, ladies and gentlemen. That's what this pushback is really about. It's more than just the movie. It's more than just Star Wars. It's more than just Luke, Han, and Leia. This is getting to be like so much bigger. And I just wanted to offer that article so you guys would have something to think about going forward. Moving towards episode 9, this is more than just a movie. This is more than just a franchise. This is about our rights. That's what it's about. And I don't know about you, but I don't give up my rights easy. So I just wanted to share it with you guys. What do you think about this? Let me know in the comment section, and I will get at you on the next one. This is The Gospel According to Mark with a C. Rock on.